First round play of the Class 6A Division I playoffs continued here in San Antonio as the Reagan Rattlers, the champions of District 26 6A, took on Smithson Valley, the third place team out of District 25 6A. It's the second time in 3 years that these two teams have met up in the first round of the playoffs. Smithson Valley won that game, and in fact Larry Hill 10-2 all time against the Rattlers. This game was played in a steady mist with temperatures in the 40s all game long. So which team made the mistakes and which team could not take advantage of those mistakes? Well, let's head out to the field here at Farris Stadium and check out the highlights. Teams came out of the locker rooms as the wind chill was around 35 all game long. It was expected to be a showdown between a pair of sophomore quarterbacks as Valley's Josh Adkins, the starter all season for the Rangers, faced off against Kellen Mond, who had started most of the season for the Rattlers. While both played key roles in this one, it came down to the Smithson Valley special teams versus the Reagan defense. 6.5 minutes left in the first, Reagan punter Alex Webb back to kick. The arrows are out already, and they are pointing at 3 Valley blockers. You know what's about to happen. Reagan linemen got confused on who to block. 3 Rangers ran in untouched, and Jeff Savard ended up with the easy block. Valley quickly in business at the Reagan 19. 3 plays went nowhere for the Rangers, and on 4th and 11 from the 20, veteran head coach Larry Hill passed on the 37-yard field goal attempt in the mist and went for it, but Adkins passed just out of the reach of receiver Sherrill Walker. Right before halftime, Webb lined up for a 23-yard field goal attempt, but the arrow is on the Rangers' Derek Hausler, who came in untouched, and another easy block for Valley. Middle of the third quarter, Reagan again punting, but this time with Joseph Kanata kicking. Arrow on Savard again, he's third from the top. He blocked one earlier, but Reagan again did not pick him up, went in untouched again, and he blocked this one easily again. The third blocked Reagan kick of the game. Ball recovered by Ben Chubb, who was tackled at the Rattler 27. Next 3 plays gained 8 yards, so Valley faced 4th and 2 from the 19. Larry Hill again passed on the long field goal attempt. Instead, Adkins handoff to Kyle Kirshner, but he got stopped well short of the first down by Jake Colleen. So Smithson Valley special teams blocked 3 kicks, 2 of which set up the Rangers inside the Rattler 30. Reagan allowed no points, no first downs, and only 1 yard of total offense off those blocks. Remember that information, as it was critical later in the game.
Defense did an outstanding job. Some of that's on us on the block kicks, and we got to do a better job of that. But give Smithson Valley a lot of credit. They're an excellent football team.
Both times we had great field position after those blocks, and if you go down and ring the bell there, then maybe the outcome's different. But we didn't. Their defense did what they had to do. They got out there and held us.
It took a while for both teams to adjust to the weather. Final play of a scoreless first quarter, Mond threw into coverage at the goal line. Ball was tipped twice, could have been caught for a Reagan touchdown, but instead was intercepted by Brad Engel. He was ruled down at the 2. Teams switched ends of the field to start the second quarter, and on 3rd down, still at the 2, Reagan expected Adkins to hand off to try to give his punter more room. Instead, the sophomore quarterback rolled left, went past, and found Hausler, who was extremely wide open. Look at the Reagan secondary completely fooled on the play. Only one Reagan defender had a chance to catch the junior receiver. Did not happen, and he ended up with a 98-yard touchdown pass reception to give Smithson Valley a 7-0 lead. More on that in a bit. Ensuing Reagan possession, Mond drove his team down to the 15. Can't find anyone open, instead called his own number. He was stopped just short of the goal line. David Wetzel told the referee, "Yeah, my quarterback, he's pretty good." A penalty backed the NEISD school to the 5. Mond play action fake. He ran it himself into the scoring zone. 7-7 at recess after Valley later blocked the Rattler field goal you saw earlier. Third quarter, third play out of the locker room for Valley. Adkins handled the Rattler pressure, threw another deep ball, this one for Kyle Kirshner, who hung on to the non-square object. The 40-yard touchdown reception gave the Rangers a 14-7 lead. The 2 touchdown throws went for a combined 138 yards. Valley managed only 144 yards and 9 first downs outside of those scores. Ensuing possession, Reagan had their punt blocked, which you saw earlier, then got the defensive stand you also saw earlier. You haven't seen this, though. After the defensive stand, Mond carved up the Valley defense like Dad carved up the Thanksgiving turkey. A couple of nice passes and runs set up the Rattlers near midfield. Slant pass to Jaredon Walker Chambers, who bounced off 2 Ranger defenders. all the way to the end zone for a 54-yard touchdown. Game tied at 14 after 3. To the fourth, where the Reagan defense showed why it's one of the best in the Alamo City. Valley 3rd and long from their own 2. Adkins threw again from the end zone. Rattlers weren't snaked out or faked out this time. Pass intercepted by Vince Hunter. His knees were down at the Ranger 11. No pick 6, but Reagan with a chance to take their first lead of the game after a little celebrating by the junior defensive back. A Kellen Mond run moved the ball to the 1. A Skylar Wetzel run to the -2 meant another touchdown for the Rattlers and their first lead of the game at 21-14 with 7:21 remaining. Adkins moved his team down the field inside the Reagan 30, but the drive stalled, and on 4th and 14 from the 26, Adkins threw it for Hausler, but he couldn't pull in the dark brown colored object. Rangers did get the ball back with under 2 minutes left. Adkins faced a 4th and 10 from his own 46. Pass complete to Hausler, who goes Boise State hook and ladder to Walter down to the Rattler 30. The first down meant the game continued. 3 incompletions set up another 4th down. Adkins to Hausler, who somehow came up with a catch to continue the game. Now 6 seconds left. Adkins had to let it fly to the end zone. Could one of his teammates come up with the wedding bouquet? No. It hit the plastic grass, and the game is over, as is Valley season. That was the 6th and final Ranger drive that reached inside the Reagan 30. None of the 6 drives produced any points. Those 6 empty possessions are why the Rattlers are on their way to round 2, while Smithson Valley is one and done for the 2nd straight year.
Our coaches do such a great job coaching us up. We know what to expect from them, and we just go out and do our job. It just came down to relentless effort by us, and we just stuck to it, stayed together, and that's how we came out with the win.
This is a results-oriented ball game. There's no tie-in, there's no participation trophy, there's no nice try pat on the back. You either get it done or you don't. That's a hard lesson that we have to all learn it from time to time. These guys learned it. We got a lot of guys coming back, got some good ones coming, but tonight our heart goes out to those seniors who laid it all out here.
On your screen are the second-round matchups for Class 6A Division I Region 4. Reagan will play Northside Stevens Saturday at the Alamo Dome. Winner of that game will likely face the winner of the Judson-O'Connor game in the quarterfinals. That Judson-O'Connor game Friday at Alamo Stadium, along with Saturday's Laredo United versus Weslaco game. Oh, by the way, O'Connor beat Reagan to open the season. Rattlers haven't lost since. So Smithson Valley special teams blocked 2 punts and a field goal, but they got no points and no first downs on those short fields. Reagan's defense able to make the key stops, and that was the difference in this one. Reporting from Farris Stadium here in San Antonio, I'm Greg Sherman for TexasHSFootball.com.